I am what you call a collector of bootleg Pokémon games. Pokémon Diamond and Jade, Chaos Black, etc. It's amazing the frequency with which you can find them at pawn shops, Goodwill, flea markets and such. They're generally fun, even if they're unplayable, which they often are. Their mistranslations and poor quality make them unintentionally humorous. I've been able to find most of the ones I've played online, but there's one I haven't seen any mention of. I bought it at a flea market about 5 years ago. Unfortunately, when I moved 2 years ago, I lost the game, so I can't provide you with any screen caps. Sorry. The game started with a familiar Nidorino and Gengar intro of Red and Blue version. However, the press start screen was altered. Red was there, but with a Pokémon did not cycle through. It also said Black version on the Pokémon logo. Upon selecting New Game, the game started with Professor Oak's speech, and it quickly became evident that the new game was essentially Pokémon Red version. After selecting your starter, if you looked at your Pokémon, you had, in addition to Bulbasaur, Charmander or Squirtle, another Pokémon. Ghost. The Pokémon was level 1. It had a sprite of a ghost that are encountered in the Lavender Tower. Before obtaining the Slivscope, it had one attack, Curse. I know that there is a real move named Curse, but the attack did not exist in Generation 1, so it appears it was hacked in. Defending Pokémon were unable to use Ghost. It would only say that they were too scared to move. When the move Curse was used in battle, the screen would cut to black. The cry of the defending Pokémon would be heard, but it was distorted. Played at a much lower pitch than normal. The battle screen would then reappear, but the defending Pokémon would be gone. If used in battle against a trainer, when the Pokeballs representing the Pokémon would appear in the corner, they would have one fewer Pokeball. The implication was that the Pokémon died. What's even stranger is that after defeating a trainer and seeing Red retrieved 200 for winning, the battle commands would appear again. If you selected Run, the battle would end as it normally does. However, you could also select Curse. If you did, upon returning to the overworld, the trainer sprite would be gone. After leaving and re-entering the area, the spots where the trainer had been would be replaced with a tombstone, like the ones at Lavender Tower. The move Curse was not usable in all instances. It would fail against Ghost Pokémon. It would also fail if it was used against a trainer that you would have to face again, such as your rival or Giovanni. It was usable in your final battle against him, however. I figured this was the gimmick of the game, allowing you to use previously uncapturable ghosts. And because Curse made the game so easy, I essentially used it throughout the whole adventure. The game changed quite a bit after defeating the Elite Four. After viewing the Hall of Fame, which consisted of Ghost and a couple of very underleveled Pokémon, the screen cut to black. A box appeared with the words, "Many years later." It then cut to Lavender Tower. An old man was standing, looking at the tombstones. You then realized this man was your character. The man moved at only half of your normal walking speed. You no longer had any of your Pokémon with you, not even Ghost, who up to this point has been impossible to remove from your party through disposing in the PC. The overworld was entirely empty. There were no people at all. There were still the tombstones of the trainers that you used curse on, however. You could go pretty much anywhere in the overworld at this point. Through your movement, it was limited by the fact that you had no Pokémon to use HMs. And regardless of where you went, the music of Lavender Town continued on in an infinite loop. After wandering for a while, I found that if you go to the Diglets cave, one of the cuttable bushes that normally blocks the path on the other side is no longer there, allowing you to advance and return to Palatown. Upon entering your house and going to the exact tile where you start the game, the screen would cut to black. Then a sprite of a Caterpie appeared. It was then replaced by a Weedle, and then a Pidgey. I soon realized as the Pokémon progressed from Rattata to Blastoise that these were all the Pokémon that I had used Curse on. After the end of my rival's team, a youngster appeared, then a Bugcatcher. These were the trainers I had used Curse on. Throughout the sequence, the Lavender Town music was playing, but it was slowly decreasing in pitch. By the time your rival appeared on screen, it was a little bit more than a demonic rumble. Another cut to black. A few moments later, the battle screen suddenly appeared. Your trainer sprite was now that of an old man, the same one as the one who teaches you how to catch Pokémon in Viridian City. Ghost appeared on the other side, along with the words, "Ghost wants to fight." You couldn't use items, and you had no Pokémon. If you tried to run, you couldn't escape. The only option was fight. Using fight would immediately cause you to use struggle, which didn't affect Ghost, but did chip off a bit of your own HP. When it was Ghost's turn to attack, he would simply say ... Eventually, when your HP reached a critical point, Ghost would finally use Curse. The screen cut to a black, a final time. Regardless of the buttons you pressed, you were permanently stuck in this black screen. At this point, the only thing you could do was turn the Game Boy off. When you played again, New Game was the only option. The game had erased the file. I played through this hacked game many times, and every time the game ended with this sequence. Several times I didn't use Ghost at all, though he was impossible to remove from my party. In these cases, it did not show any Pokémon or trainers, and simply cut to a climatic battle with Ghost. I'm not sure what the motives were behind the creator of this hack. It wasn't widely disturbed, so it was presumably not for the monetary gain. It was a very well done for a bootleg. It seems that he was trying to convey a message, though it seems that I am sole receiver of this message. I'm not entirely sure what it was. The inevitability of death, the pointlessness of it. Perhaps he was simply trying to morbid injection death and darkness into a children's game. Regardless, this children's game has made me think, and it has made me cry.